Okay, fight fans, fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and obviously, thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. Okay, welcome back to this special year-end episode of Manny's Thoughts. 2015 is coming to an end. 2016 is about to roar in. So, usually I talk to you guys about what happened last week, but there wasn't much going on. So this week, I'm going to focus on what we can watch this week, and trust me, there are some good ones. And on top of that, I'm going to get you ready for 2016. This week, I'm going to give you a list of local Montreal Boxers that I think you need to keep your eye on in 2016 because they're going to be doing big things. Make sure to tune in next week because I'm going to do the exact same list for MMA. Now, so let's get started. Tuesday night, we've got something called Rizin Fighting coming. Rizin Fighting 1 is going to be playing at 10 a.m. from Japan if you have the internet. If not, don't worry, live and free on Spike at 7 p.m. you'll be able to catch it. Now, the reason I'm talking about this, although there's a bigger reason coming up, is because on top of it being a Japanese MMA card, which is always fun, it is a co-promotion with Bellator, so they're switching over a couple guys, and they're putting on a hell of a double year-end show. I'll explain. Rizin 1 goes down on Tuesday, like I said, in Japan at 10 a.m. or here on Spike at 7 p.m. Now, it is a terrific card, but there's two main reasons I want you to watch Rizin 1. Number one, King Mo is fighting, so that's always good. But number two, the main event is just off the chain. Kazushi Sakuraba versus Shinya Aoki. That is legend versus legend. If you're into the fight game and know your MMA, these are two names you know very well. Sakuraba is a legend. Aoki is fought everywhere. It is going to be one hell of a fight for a Tuesday night. Make sure you tune in and watch it. Now, also going down on Fox Sports 1, we've got PBC Boxing, so make sure to tune into that or at least DVR it. Now, we're going to skip Wednesday. We're going to go straight to Thursday, the big one, December 31st, New Year's Eve. And what a gift is Rizin giving us. Having a second card, Rizin 2, going down again at 10 a.m. in Japan or 7 p.m. live and free on Spike. You've got the return of two major fighting legends. First off, in the middle of the card somewhere, you got Jerome LeBanner. If you don't know Jerome LeBanner, head over to YouTube, type the dude's name in, and enjoy. Now, a name you definitely know, Fedor Emelianenko, is making his comeback. They picked out an opponent that doesn't have too many fights, but I mean, it's a comeback fight in Japan. I don't know why everyone's sweating it. I'm just happy Fedor is out there again. Hopefully nothing bad happens. It is a terrific night of fights from Rizin. Make sure you tune in either at 10 a.m. on the internet or 7 p.m. on Spike. It's a perfect way to spend your New Year's. It is a perfect way to end the year. That leads me to Saturday night. The UFC is going to start off the year on the right foot, putting together a terrific show. UFC195, live and free prelims on TV, and then afterwards you're going to have to switch to the pay-per-view. Two great main events for you guys to watch. Some great prelim fights for us to watch. My pick for fight of the night, by the way, Irish Joe Duffy, 14-1 for good reason. Watch this kid fight. It's going to be a pretty one. Now, that leads me to the main events. Before we get to the main, the one that's for the strap, let's talk about the heavyweight showdown. Stipe Miocic versus Andrei Arlovski. That is a slam him and bang him, pick him fight. Both these dudes love to live and die by the sword. I cannot pick a winner, but I will predict a horrific, picture-perfect knockout. Trust me, people, both these dudes know about the KO. It's just a matter of who's going to get it. I personally like Stipe. I really don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be one hell of a big fight, so make sure you guys tune into that one and don't blink. Now, that leads me to the main event for the strap, Robbie Lawler versus Carlos Condit. That's blood and guts all the way through. I predict a 5-round war again for Robbie Lawler. A lot of people want to see if he still has anything left in the tank after he gave so much against Rory. Carlos Condit has been waiting so dang long to try and get his hands on that strap. So he's going to come in there like a bat out of hell. Expect a tremendous fight from these guys. Expect a big UFC to kick off the year 2016. So that leads me to what's going on the FightCity.com this week. Make sure you tune in for great articles, pictures, videos, and posts on the daily from a great team. It is bar none the greatest Anglo fight site in Montreal. Make sure you check us out. Give us a like and a share. There's going to be some great articles and posts on there this week. Also, check out David the Crow Loiseau talking about the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. Okay, so that leads me to my list of fighters. I've compiled a small list of fighters throughout all the weight classes that either fight out of Montreal or at least are Canadian that I think you need to keep a strong eye on in 2016 because they are due and ready to do some big things. So we'll start with the lighter weights and we'll move our way up. First off, super bantamweight Kevin Lavallee, 14-0, 10 KOs, recently signed to Roy Jones. Watch out for him. Also, a notable in there, look out for a young man by the name of Golden Garcia. Now, that leads me to the lightweights. One of my favorites, 20-3, just a terrific fighter, Tony Luis. Also, look out for a young man just starting out by the name of Dwayne Durrell. Super lightweights, Ayaz Hussein, out of the Eye of the Tiger management team, put himself together a nice 8-0 record. Look out for him. Also, as a welterweight, fast, the fastest, the Black Flash, Eve Ulysses. If you don't know Eve Ulysses Jr., you're not paying attention to this show. He is on my top 5 of favorite fighters. Make sure you tune in and watch this kid fight. He will be fighting at the end of the month on the Pascal Kovalev undercard. Man is nothing but fun. This kid's got the bright future ahead of him. Super welterweights, brother to Ayaz Hussein, Mian Hussein. Just terrific stuff from this kid. Also, Custio Clayton, Olympic standout. And although he got started a little slowly, it was tough finding him fights and whatnot. He is on track. 2016 might just be the year of Custio Clayton. And also, young phenom Stephen Butler. The kid's back on track and they got him set up with a couple of fights. 2016 might be the year that everyone outside of Montreal hears the name Stephen Butler. That leads me to the middleweights. Obviously one of my favorites out there, Francis Lafreniere, about to fight for the IBF International strap, present holder of the Canadian Middleweight Championship. Terrific fighter, blood and guts. This guy is a straight warrior, a throwback to all kinds of dudes. He will be live and free for you guys to watch on HBO. It's very first time on HBO. Make sure you look out for this guy, Francis Lafreniere. I know you're going to look at his box rec, but trust me, that does not represent who he is. He started off rough and then shaped himself into who he is to gain this title and now a title shot. So trust me, Francis Lafreniere, Mr. Hard Work, the chairman of the board, the people's champ, Francis Lafreniere is definitely the guy to watch in 2016. That leads me to super middleweights. You got Eric Bazinian, 10-0 with 7 KOs. The kid's one of my favorites. You guys clearly know he's very young, but as far as boxing prowess goes, he's very mature in there. Look out for him. Also, Shaquille Finn. I really like Shaquille Finn. You guys know this. His last fight was a tough one, and I think that he took that in stride. He will charge into 2016 renewed and recharged and ready to start the year with a bang. Look out for him in February, where he's looking to improve to 6-1 and maybe, just maybe, get a strap. Now, oddly enough, because the divisions in BoxRec is what it is, I want to point out that Eric Bazinian and Shaquille could technically be light heavyweights. But in reminiscence, I will mention one more guy. The light heavyweight I think all of you should be paying attention to, out of Alberta, of all places. 4-0, Ryan Ford. He's an ex-MMA guy. He's got the pedigree from his father. The guy knows how to box. He's just looking to gain some ground in 2016. I think with just a little bit more work, big things will come Ryan Ford's way. Look out for him. So that's it for my list this year. Make sure you check out next week's episode where I'll do the very same for local MMA guys and talk to you about what we can watch. That's it for me this week. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next week.